Speaking of college football playoff implications, let's talk Texas versus Oklahoma State and the Fighting Cowboys of Mike Gundy. Uh, I thought I was gonna be more excited about this game than I am. I'm excited about this game. Believe me, I will watch this game. I am the one who put the preseason Oklahoma State, right, future to win the conference. Okay. But at the same time, this just looks like a terrible mismatch to me. And I understand completely why the line is at 15.5.
Yeah, I think that's the key point here is, yes, Oklahoma State deserves to be in the Big 12 championship. They've earned the right to be the second best team in the Big 12. Do they have the best chance in the Big 12 to beat Texas? And that's absolutely not. Obviously, we saw Oklahoma early in the year do it. We saw Kansas State take them down to the wire, yada, yada. We mentioned it. We saw, Iowa State gave them troubles, but that was also, in Ames. Like, this is going to be in Texas. Obviously not at University of Texas in Austin. It was going to be in Jerry World there in Dallas. Oklahoma State and Ollie Gordon loves to run the football. And Alan Bowman, with all peace and love to Alan Bowman, who has actually played really good football the past couple weeks, especially when going down early.
Okay, well, let me tell you, second half Alan Bowman is a good football player. Yeah. First half Alan Bowman, the last 3 weeks, which, by the way, UCF, Houston, BYU. First half Alan Bowman, I'm pretty sure, has like 5 or 6 interceptions.
Yeah, the thing is here, that can't happen. That cannot happen against Texas. I get it. They've struggled in the red zone, whatever, yada, yada. Texas has been its own worst enemy at times in Big 12 play. But there is a superior talent gap here. And you can come back against BYU. You can come back against Houston. You get buried by BYU or by USCF, right? Like, this is you have to play flawless here. And I believe Mike Gundy is going to have his boys ready to go and humming. The problem is this Texas defensive front is elite. And the problem is in games where you've seen Texas give up points, right? Oklahoma, what's in it? Kansas State comes to mind. Like, these are elite quarterbacks, elite Big 12 quarterbacks, right? And that played really well and brought himself back into these games. Alan Bowman, like you mentioned earlier, he's got some good weapons. He plays well in play action. I don't think he can do it, not against this caliber of defense.
Yeah, I agree. And here's the thing about Alan Bowman, too. I like that he trusts his receivers because the receiving core is pretty good. It's pretty solid. Brendan Presley, he's a good player. The problem is, I think and here's the thing I like and dislike about it, right? They find ways to get him the football, right? Sometimes it's behind the line of scrimmage, and sometimes it leads to negative plays. But guys like Rashad Owens, Leon Johnson is a monster. If Leon Johnson gets going in this game the way that he got against Oklahoma, I think things get interesting. Like we said, Oklahoma State just can't play bad in the first half. They got to get out to a good start. They need to. So, because then that way you can get Ollie Gordon going, But now the problem is Oklahoma State, in order to win games, has to get Ollie Gordon going. This is the one team that you're going to find a really tough time getting him going. Especially because, look, the last thing Texas wants is Ollie Gordon rushing for over 100 yards. The best thing that they can do is say, Alan Bowman, here's the football. Our secondary's been banged up all year. It's been vulnerable at times. What are you going to do to it? So now, is Mike Gundy an absolute G? And is he an absolute master class coach? Yes. But Texas needs style points here. It's not just a winning in for them. They got to look good doing it. I'll take Texas minus 15.5. I think I might regret that. But give me Texas and the points.
It is hard to bet against Mike Gundy in big games. He'll get his offense and his team after it. Like, they will be ready to play this game. There's no doubt about it. I also believe in Sark, and you mentioned it. They need style points. They need this game. They are so close. Texas football is so close to being back. Like everyone's been trying to dub them for a while. And they want this game. They want the last Big 12 championship game. Like Texas, considers themselves the class of the Big 12. They wanted to go out on top, right? Which they haven't done in over a decade, right? If we look at Ollie Gordon, you mentioned it, like he can't get going. It's hard to find a way for Oklahoma State to win this football game. And that's not unless you're predicting turnovers and like bad luck, whatever, bounce a ball, which I'm not going to do here. You look in games where he has struggled in, right? In conference play, UCF, he didn't play great against. That's it. That's it. And they struggled. Right. And other than that, in conference play, they've been putting up 30 plus points on just about everybody. And the thing is, I don't see it. I don't see it on this D line here for Ollie Gordon, Sweat, and Murphy up front. Like these guys are good fellas up there. At the same point, like if you're Texas too, like you hope you can play 7 in the box or like a light box, what they call it, 6.5, 7, and still and give your guys his help on the secondary, which is a little bit banged up, which has been exploited at times in Big 12 play. Which will give maybe some Ollie Gordon attempts up front, or maybe they can scheme up some things open. But yeah, you mentioned, I think Texas needs style points. Sark is going to have the boys humming. And I think it's a bad matchup here. And this is not going to take anything away from Oklahoma State and the masterclass that, Mike Gundy has put on for everybody to see. But it is what it is here. It is what it is. I'm going to take Texas minus 15.5, by the way.
That's fair. And I agree with you. For all those reasons.